Imagine you are walking through a quiet corridor inside a Japanese train station. You turn a corner, and there it is, a small store, fully stocked with sandwiches, drinks, snacks, and daily essentials. The lights are on. The shelves are neat. But there is nobody there. No cashier. No staff member. No one watching the door. Just you, the products, and a payment terminal on the wall. Your first instinct might be to look around and wonder, is this a mistake? Is someone coming? And then you notice a small sign. It says, in simple terms, take what you need, tap your card, and go. This is not a vending machine. This is a real store. And in Japan, it is becoming completely normal. These places are called unmanned stores, or in Japanese, mujinhanbai shops. And they are appearing in more and more locations across the country, not just as experiments, but as a genuine part of how some people shop every single day. So how does a store with no staff actually work? And why does it function so smoothly? Let's start with the payment system. Most unmanned stores in Japan use IC card readers, the same tap-to-pay cards that millions of people already use on trains and buses every day. You pick up your item, you tap your card at the terminal, and the transaction is done. No app required. No account to create. Just a card you already have in your wallet. Some locations go further. Certain stores use weight sensors on shelves that detect when an item has been removed. Others use overhead cameras to log what was picked up. The technology varies by location and operator, but the underlying idea is consistent. The store is designed to make honest payment the easiest path forward. Now, where do you actually find these stores? Train stations are one of the most common locations. Commuters passing through early in the morning or late at night can grab a drink or a snack even when no staffed shop is open. The store is compact, the selection is focused, and the whole transaction takes under a minute. Office buildings are another setting where unmanned stores appear frequently. Companies have installed small stock rooms on specific floors, letting employees pick up lunch items or beverages without leaving the building. Travel reports from business visitors to Japan suggest these in-office setups are particularly common in larger urban companies. Rural and semi-rural areas tell a different story. In some smaller towns and villages, unmanned stores have appeared as a practical response to population decline. When a local shop closes because there are not enough customers to justify staffing it, a small unmanned alternative can fill the gap. A refrigerated cabinet, a payment terminal, and a restocked inventory every few days, it is a quiet solution to a real logistical problem. Hospital lobbies and medical facility corridors are also places where these stores have been spotted. Patients, visitors, and staff who need something outside of cafeteria hours can access basic items without requiring a dedicated employee to be present. What holds all of this together is not just technology. It is something harder to measure. Japan has a broadly observed culture of low tolerance for public dishonesty. Visitors often remark on it: lost wallets returned with cash intact, umbrellas left unattended for hours, items placed in front of rural homes with a small box for payment and no one watching. The unmanned store sits inside this same social framework. The system works in part because the expectation of honest behavior is genuinely shared and socially reinforced. That said, these stores are not running purely on trust. The cameras are real. The payment logs are real. And operators do monitor inventory to detect discrepancies. It is a combination of social expectation and practical accountability, neither one alone, both working together. Which brings us to the question that many international visitors ask when they first see one of these stores: could this work anywhere else? The honest answer is, it depends. The technology itself is not uniquely Japanese. IC card readers, weight sensors, and overhead cameras can be installed anywhere. Some countries are already experimenting with similar formats. But the social conditions that make the experience feel seamless, the shared expectation of honesty, the low friction around payment, the cultural comfort with quiet self-service, those take longer to build. Japan did not design unmanned stores to prove a point. They emerged as a practical response to real pressures: labor shortages, aging populations, changing commuter habits, and the need to serve people at hours when staffing is simply not viable. The result is a store that feels, to many first-time visitors, almost impossibly calm. No line. No transaction anxiety. No one to ask for help, and somehow no need to. If you have ever seen one of these stores in Japan, or if you think this kind of setup could work in your country, drop a comment below. I would genuinely like to know what you think.